wife. I'm a mother of 3 very young children who are outside every single day, rain or shine. They have to get outside to burn some energy. And so when we talk about spraying, this issue is very important to me for my children's health and safety, and also for the animals that we have on our property. I'm a beekeeper. I have honeybees on my property. I also have chickens, ducks, and guineas, all of which I let free range, and we have creeks on the border of our property as well. And when they came to spray last time, they did spray those creeks, which exposes my children and my animals to the herbicides that were used. You all have received a lot of information on the herbicides that are used, the dangers for them, and the health risks that they pose to the citizens of Cleburne County. I want to speak today to a different side of the health issue. I am a health freedom advocate. I have worked on state legislation that secures your right to decide what goes on your body, in your body, and have the right to informed consent for what you are exposed to. We all deserve the right to know what is being sprayed near us, how it will impact our body, and the dangers that come with that. I don't feel like this commission gave the citizens the warning that they needed, or even the notice that they needed to know that this was going to happen. The day that they sprayed, I left my home on County Road 42, and I turned right on County Road 19, not knowing what this vehicle was on the road in front of me in a curve. And as I came up to the car, or to the truck, I realized that they were spraying something, and that spray hit my car. And as soon as I smelled it, I knew exactly what it was. And I backed off from the vehicle because I wasn't able to pass them because they were in a curve. They never stopped spraying, and I had to wait for them to get out of the way so that I could eventually get around them. And so that's one of there's a lack of oversight, obviously. There's an oversight from this commission on what was being done, because it seemed to me from the minutes that when this was proposed, Ms. Cobb said that she didn't want any spraying. That was not an option for her district. And then we come back to the September meeting, and the county engineer is allowed to seek bids for roadside maintenance. We come back in October, and IBM Solutions is awarded the bid. There was no opposition to the bid. I actually had an opportunity to talk to Ms. Cobb, and she has not seen, or was not aware of the contract, did not see the contract before it was signed. So a question I would have is, did any of the commissioners see the contract that was signed, or see the bids that were submitted to the commission before that decision was made as to what type of road maintenance would be done and who would be doing it? The other thing that I want to speak to is the cost. Some of the reasons I've heard for supporting the spraying is the cost. It was said at the, I believe, the August meeting that mowing by the county costs $200,000. IBM submitted a bid. Their first initial bid was for, let me get it right here. If they sprayed, if they mowed one time, if IBM did the mowing for the county, it would be $88,080. If IBM did the mowing twice, which I believe is what the county does per year at least, it would be $176,000, $160. There are instant savings, almost $30,000 worth of savings that the county could have had they just contracted out the mowing to IBM so that the road department could commit their employees to the maintenance issues that have been neglected. And somewhere along the line, this information fell through the gap. And this commission failed to see that and to address it. And so I would ask going forward that you do your due diligence before you make decisions. You should know what that road maintenance contract included. What would that entail? As far as the spraying goes, I just ask that you please stop it. Stop it now. If you're saying, I've heard that this contract cannot be stopped, that there's one more spraying that has to happen and then we can review it after that. If that's the case, then you're saying that the county engineer has more authority than you as a commission. As commissioners, you have the authority to make the motion to stop the spraying until more review is done as to the cost and the impacts that this will have on the citizens. All it takes is a motion and a second, and I think the citizens of Cleburne County at least deserve to have this stopped until you have done your due diligence to know more about this issue. Now, when it comes to the landfill, like I said, I live on County Road 42. My young children live on this county road, and this is something that I also oppose because of the dangers that it could lead to. We have a well. When we actually moved there, we did have it tested, and there were some issues with it, and so we have hooked up to the county water for now. We had hoped to clean that well and